Resolutions?
Resolution, there's no resolutions tonight, and ordinances for approval. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman Buddy. This is proposed ordinance number 2019-14. An ordinance to amend the City of Harahan Code of Ordinances to provide for the establishment of procedures, terms, and conditions managing the occupancy and use of public right-of-ways by providers of telecommunication services.
Move to defer this ordinance to the next meeting.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Councilman Asbill to defer.
Second.
Second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Ordinance is deferred.
All right, proposed ordinance number 2019-17. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Wheeler and seconded by Councilman Buddy. An ordinance approving the re-subdivision of 131 Oakland Avenue, Lot 45A, Block 2, Markham Heights Subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, made by Ronald Clement, dated April 5th, 2019.
Council discussion.
Okay, council discussion?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. I wasn't able to make planning and zoning. How did planning and zoning, did they recommend?
They did unanimously recommend, yes.
Thank you. That was my only question.
So it seems we've got a notice requirement on this all around. People didn't get their certified letters. The sign was incorrect for the new date. And so I would say that we need to defer this to make sure we advertise it correctly again and go back to the Planning and Zoning Board so that everybody can have their chance to speak on it and then come back to us whenever they can.
Okay, so I
Move
have
to
a
defer.
motion on the floor by Councilman Asbill to defer, second by Councilman Johnston. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Motion is deferred.
Can I discuss on this, even though this is deferred? Yep. At no point is this the guy purchasing the property's fault. This is internal with the post office mistakes, the City of Harahan mistakes. So I don't want anybody to think this guy's trying to do something that's not right. I mean, one of our deals is, I mean, we got certified mail. If the City of Harahan's paying for certified mail to go out and it's not getting to the citizens, we're going to see about changing this to where we're going to hand deliver these. I mean, that's supposed to be our proper way to do it, and it's not happening that way. So we are looking into this. That's why it's getting deferred, and we plan on voting on this next month.
Yeah, it needs to be done right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Madam Clerk?
All right, proposed ordinance number 2019-20. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman, who would like to second this? Wheeler? An ordinance to amend the City of Harahan Code of Ordinances to provide for the protection and promotion of the public health, safety, and welfare by regulating and eliminating those nuisances which have a negative impact upon the quality of life, safety, and health of the neighborhoods where they are located.
So the Planning and Zoning Board did create a subcommittee last night of a few of them. They're going to take this ordinance and the regulatory court ordinance, reconcile it, and come back to us with a new draft. And so right now, I'd like to we can have some discussion, but eventually I'm going to make a motion to defer so that, and it may be when it comes back to us that we might have to withdraw it depending on how much they change it.
Right.
Because if they change it too much, you just got to withdraw it and start over.
Right.
So we'll, but for now, we'll defer it. But if anybody else wants to discuss before I do that, let's do it.
I just have a question and I'm happy with subcommittee of planning and zoning review, but how does this fall under planning and zoning?
I don't know that it does because it doesn't affect any type of zoning.
Right.
So I don't know that it does, but if they want
I
to,
think they decided just on their own to create a committee within themselves
Mhm.
to kind of dissect and maybe come with some recommendations.
And again, I'm happy to get recommendations from citizens
Right.
or them. I was just,
If
for
I'm
my
not
own
mistaken, I believe that's how
clarification, I'm not sure it actually falls under their bailiwick, but I'm happy for them to do it and us to wait and get comments.
right.
So someone asks, where does this ordinance come from? How do we pull these ordinances? Basically, we'll come up with an idea to come up with a new ordinance, and basically you'll take other city municipalities and different cities, pull their ordinances, look at them, judge them, pick different things, pick them apart different ways, and that's just basically the way to get the ordinance started. Everyone knows this is basically a Jefferson Parish ordinance that we're going to pick apart, change different things to fit our city. and our needs.
I think the more specific question that Mr. Vauchier was asking was some examples of properties that, and I'm going to say some examples of properties that aren't covered in our current ordinance. So this ordinance adds in those properties that have front covers of roofs falling off, fascia falling off, no protective siding on the side of their house like they've got on Chris Gore in a couple spots. So this ordinance, so it beefs up our current nuisance ordinance by adding those types of nuisances and blighted property and things like that, besides just grass.
It's going to give our regulatory department
More
and
teeth.
regulatory court more teeth to hold someone liable. And I believe they're going to add in there, you know, for multiple offenses. You know, the fines are going to double. I mean, we have the same people we call move your boat. They move it from one spot to another. Next week, they move it from that spot back to where it was, you know. So we're going to have this to where we can put a multi-use, you know,
Repeat offender.
clause in there. And it happens a lot more than y'all think.
Okay, for me, I mean, every day it's tons and tons of calls to City Hall. And we've had some problems in the city, and I haven't really had time to address a lot of things because I've had some immediate problems, you know, at my fingertips that I had to deal with. The sinkhole on Wilson between Carolyn and Gordon, the sinkhole in David Catalano's backyard, and then we also have a problem with Lift Station 5 and then Harahan Oaks that's being held up in air basically by pipe. And when that goes down, probably a third of the city will not be able to flush their toilets anymore. So I haven't really had a lot of time to dig in a lot of code problems or even enforce a lot of code problems because I've been dealing with problems that needed my immediate attention right now. So I grabbed the council and said, hey guys, will you help me with this? And so this is where we started because, you know, you got to start somewhere. I mean, we are probably going to, you know, not do everything perfect, but we're going to start. We're going to do something, I can tell you that. And we'll come back. And again, we welcome all comments and discussions. And I'm excited that the Planning and Zoning Board has, you know, stepped up to say, hey, let us get involved. Let us help you. We have a great Planning and Zoning Board, and they really want to be instrumental in the growth and the look of this community as this council does. And I'm excited that we're moving in that direction. I'm excited that, you know, not only does council and this mayor work together, but the council, the mayor, and the Planning and Zoning Board are working together. We get the whole city in line, man, we're going to be on fire and going.
Thank you. Anybody else? Move to defer.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Asbill to defer, second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
Yeah.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Ordinance is deferred.
All right, proposed ordinance number 2019-21. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman
Second.
Johnston. An ordinance amending the Harahan Code of Ordinances regarding the regulation, permitting, and licensing the sale of fireworks within the city limits of Harahan and to provide for procedures therewith.
Good evening. My name is Deputy Chief Erin St. Pierre. I'm with the State Fire Marshal's office. The Fire Marshal was contacted to be present here. He's out of town and he asked me to be here to answer any questions you have about the state law that also governs the sale and storage and possession of fireworks in the state of Louisiana. So I'm here to answer your questions if you have any.
We had one question that a lot of property owners were saying that their property taxes or their homeowner's insurance would go up. Is that the case?
I don't have any information about that in particular. No, I couldn't answer to that effect, no.
Would it negatively impact the fire rating if we allowed the sale or the firing of fireworks?
It's always possible with the allowance of possession and use of fireworks that could be the case. The sale of fireworks without the ability to use the fireworks possibly would not.
And what is the State Fire Marshal's office role in the regulation of fireworks if we were to pass this ordinance?
So the fireworks is governed by revised statute 51:650 ASEC. It's not too extensive, but it does talk about what fees you can charge. It does talk about when you can sell. There's only a certain time within the year that you can sell. It's around June 16th to July 5th, and then again for a period in December. It describes how you can purchase the fireworks, who you have to purchase from, because all those distributors and wholesalers have to be permitted and licensed by our office. It also talks about what you can sell and what you can't sell.
Okay. Does it have any regulation on the storage after the season, after the selling season?
There's lots of regulation on how the items have to be stored.
Okay.
That's extensive, yes.
Perfect.
I also want to point out in regards to the fees, if you were to read the statute in regards to the fees, there's parts of it deal with retailers who are in-state versus out-of-state. The out-of-state it currently says $800, which has been found to be unconstitutional. It just has not been, it hasn't been changed in the law, but there is an injunction against enforcing that. So in regards to your fees, what the law says is that you cannot charge more than what the fire marshal's office charges for the fees.
And what, do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's $100.
And the inspections would be handled by the State Fire Marshal?
The fire marshal does inspect all retailers in the state of Louisiana.
Okay. All right, anything else? Anybody else?
What was that site again?
The statute
Yes,
site,
please.
it's 51:650, and
At L?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, council discussion?
All right, I'll start off with discussion. Revenue. That's the question everybody's asking. Revenue. You're gonna put in 1 fireworks stand, you're gonna put in 5 fireworks stands, you're gonna put in 4 fireworks stands. I believe the revenue to the city is gonna be close to the same. And we're talking with Gretna and figuring out revenue and different sources. We're talking to different firework distributors to see what do they sell, what they don't sell. Everybody gets so upset, you know, and they sit up here and they just think this is automatically a shoe-in. This is the way things get discussed, you know, and I've said this before, and I love y'all coming out, speaking your minds, and saying what y'all have to say, and we're listening. But in the same note, we're going to sit there and say, the fire department can't handle it. The question was asked to me, do we need more firemen? Yes, we need more firemen. I'm going to ask the fire chief, have we had a fire situation or emergency situation that we could not handle in the city of Harahan?
No, we respond to all calls. We do very well. We've always overachieved, but, you know, from time to time, they're big enough, we need help.
All right. Did we respond to calls in Jefferson Parish and back them up?
Yes, sir, we do.
Police chief, have we ever had a situation in Harahan we couldn't handle? And if we do have a situation we can't handle, will Jefferson Parish back us up? Thank you. We're doing our homework. We're going to try to get prepared the best we can. Do accidents happen? Yes, accidents happen. When you get in your car every day, you take a chance of an accident happening. We're going to do the best we can. I respect y'all coming here. This ordinance is going to get deferred tonight. We're going to do some homework. We're going to do a little more work. We're talking with state fire marshals. We're talking with other municipalities. And that's the way government works. I appreciate y'all coming here. I appreciate y'all's voice, y'all concerns, and we're listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Move to defer.
All right, I'm going to say one quick comment then. When I started my business, 32 years ago, I had no idea what I was going to make. I had no idea what I was going to do. Well, Councilman Charlie, when you started your business, did you have any idea what you were going to make back then?
I don't know what I'm going to make next year.
That's right. So sometimes we just have to work hard, support our system in every way we can, make sure we follow every law, you know, and I think that we can see where this will take us. And it may take us nowhere, but you know what, it might. I mean, Gretna, Westwego, and LaPlace, and all of these places don't do fireworks stands because they ain't making anything. That's for sure. They're making money, and we need to get a piece of that because we are right centrally located to almost every municipality. You don't have to drive to the West Bank. You don't have to drive across the lake. You don't have to drive to LaPlace. You can drive right here to Harahan and get your fireworks. And that's good money that we will not have to come to you guys again and ask for. This community came out and said, this mayor and this council needs to be fiscally responsible, and we need to tighten our belt and figure out ways to make this fire department money. You know, and I hear people come up and tell us, well, you can't do this and you shouldn't do that. Well, where's the people coming up saying you can do this? Hey, great effort. You know, Miss Valenti and I, wow, agreed on something she said. But I applaud the effort of you guys trying to do something, and that's what we're trying to do here. And we're going to continue to keep trying to do things. And then probably some you're not going to like, and some you're going to love, and you know, some people are never going to like anything we do, and that's okay. but it ain't gonna stop us from trying. Thank you.
Move to defer.
I have a motion by Councilman Ezra defer, second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Ordinance is deferred.
All right. Proposed ordinance number 2019-22. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman Wheeler. An ordinance amending the Harahan Code of Ordinances by the addition of Chapter 19, Harahan Regulatory Court and related regulations and bylaws.
So this is the other ordinance that the Planning and Zoning Subcommittee has taken up and gonna do some work on. So for now, we're gonna move to defer.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Asbill to defer, second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Motion is deferred. Madam Clerk, ordinances for introduction.
All right, proposed ordinance number 2019-23. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Wheeler. An ordinance approving the re-subdivision of 6915 Jefferson Highway, lots D1A, B4, B5, and B6, Tract C, Soniat Plantation Subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, made by Gilbert, Kelly & Couture Incorporated, dated May 16, 2017. And proposed ordinance number 2019-24. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Wheeler. This is an ordinance approving the rezoning of 6915 Jefferson Highway, Lot B1A, Tract C, Soniat Plantation Subdivision, City of Harahan, Parish of Jefferson, State of Louisiana, made by Gilbert, Kelly & Couture Incorporated, dated May 16, 2017. And proposed ordinance number 2019-25. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Wheeler. An ordinance to amend ordinance number 1772 to sell property owned by the City of Harahan, providing for the procedure to be utilized pursuant to the provisions of LRS 334712, which provides for the sale, exchange, or lease of property by a municipality. And there is no old business. New business number 1. Request to have a block party on Merlison Avenue between Bailey Avenue and Park Avenue on Saturday, September 28th from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Okay, do I have a motion to grant permission?
I just have a question about this. Do they have permission to shut down the street? What is, it doesn't say anything in here.
I'm in favor of granting permission as long as they have a detail off. We'll grant it with the stipulation.
Subject to.
If they try to continue with it without a detail, it'll get shut down.
And are they requesting for the street to be shut down during this time? Okay, so
Well, it's
it
between us.
doesn't state that as well, right?
Yeah.
Right. Have everybody out there, right? Okay. Motion.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Chatterling to grant permission. All in favor?
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Permission is granted.
All right, Secretary's report for July. Total revenue, $419,276.56. And reports.
Statistics for the Harahan Police Department for the month of July 2019. We had 702 calls for service. We handled 8 auto accidents. We issued 140 citations for 172 different charges. We had 8 patrol requests. 5 narcotics arrests. There were 8 narcotics charges, 3 were felony, 4 were misdemeanor, and 1 was a city charge. Other arrests were 40 for 64 different charges, 8 felonies, 42 misdemeanors, 12 city charges, and 2 traffic arrests. For the month of July, there were no murders, no rapes, no robberies, no residential burglaries, 1 non-residential burglary, no attempted burglary, 1 motor vehicle theft, no attempted motor vehicle thefts, 5 larceny thefts, and 4 assaults. Thank you.
Bills paid in July 2019, total expenditures $580,534.38.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Asbill, second
Second.
by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Yay. Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Council meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.